Okay, I gotta work on the 3-axis little CNC mill some more. I'm pretty much getting ready to mount the motors on top of the motor mounts. They're all ready. There was quite a bit of adjusting to get the round slide shafts and the linear recirculating ball bushings lined up where these turn really easy, and they do turn really smooth now. And my motor mounts, I made them a little thinner this time, mainly because there's really no thrust load this way. I mean, up and down, there's no thrust load on the motor plate. There's only going to be radial load. This bearing will take all the thrust for the screw, and on the ends they have these bearings here, and those don't take any thrust. That's simply radial guidance. And let's see, oh yeah, I've got to put these little C-clips or E-clips, what are they going to call them? The snap rings, that's what they really are. So there's a snap ring that goes on the end of there. I don't know if you can see it, there's a little groove on the end that gets a snap ring. Of course, one up underneath here on the bottom, and then I'll have one on this side over here. So this little kit's pretty versatile. I could change these motor mounts to something thicker and heavier, and even go so far as to adjust this height utilizing the extrusions. So I could put an EMA 34. I could go with a servo 750 watt, which would probably be overkill for this little unit. It's really not that big of a unit. We've got about 6 inches on the Z, probably somewhere around, I'm going to say 12 to 15. I'll find out for sure. I'm going to run this thing and mount the motors pretty quick. So there's my my little stepper control kit. This is actually just a breakout board that comes with the kit, with the 3 drive boxes, and they're pretty straightforward wiring. This is kind of all this stuff's out of China. This is more or less a generic or China-made smooth stepper board that will allow me. I can run from my USB over on my small laptop here. I've got a little HP mini laptop with Windows 10 on it, so I'll be using that to run. And it comes with a little disc, which I don't have on the laptop, but I have it on another computer, that contains the Mach 3 software. I'd like to try the Linux out. If anybody has any video on the Linux stepper motor CNC drive software, I'd be interested to know about it. Anyway, that's the little machine, the basic setup. Of course, I had the advantage of putting all of the extrusions in the old Fidel mill over there, and I put those in the vise. It's on another video. And basically I clamped them all together and machined them all the same exact length and machined them square on the end, so that adds a lot of bracing this way, so you don't get any flex or bend that direction. So I'm going to mount the motors, and then we'll hopefully tomorrow I'll actually get some video of running it, and probably going to put a couple more struts across here, maybe 2 more in the center before I put the spoiler board on top. The spoiler board will stick out past this end a little bit, so to make up for what I'm losing here. But I found out last time I built one of these, I didn't spread these out enough on the bottom, so this time I gave them about a 12-inch spread on these 20mm ball bushings. So you got one right here, 12 inches over, you got one on this back side. And I used 1/4-inch aluminum plate, but with all of the T-slot extrusions milled square on the ends and socket screwed tightly against the 1/4-inch, it seems to be plenty rigid, so that's not going to be a problem. What I don't like is I use 2 pieces here, so I'm probably going to add another another tie together right here. I've got one on the bottom already, so I'll put one more of these here, and then I'm also going to add another strut from this side over to this side to give the bottom a little more bracing as well. So that's about it. It's pretty far along, so we should be up and running this week, and hopefully I'll be able to run some parts, show it running, and then I'll probably be putting it up for sale and going on to the next project. So stay tuned.